Hey guys, happy Friday. Hey, I wanted to pop on here. Actually, I'm in the car, but it's so funny because I wanted to pop on here because we were just we were just having a conversation about alignment. Like we can totally see that there are, I'm going to say, alliances going on. And what I mean by that is, um, we typically, like when we look at our money system, our medical system, you know, they have been systems that have been around for years, right? Okay. And people are realizing that we have God given abilities to heal. We have within everything that we need. And I think if people for years have been out of alignment, like let's say they were in a 9 to 5 that they hated for years, and they're like, I just got to pay bills. So they were living an out of alignment job. And I'm not saying that jobs are a bad thing. Sometimes, let's say someone's a nurse that is aligned with what they want to do. They're a waitress or whatever. It's something that they love. Let's say they deliver mail. I have a friend that delivered mail and she loved it. She loved her career. And then there were people that hated their careers, right? So I know my parents, what they each did. My mom was a teacher and my dad was an instrument mechanic. And you know what? My parents were in alignment. They loved what they did for their careers. They look forward to waking up every day. And of course, when you, let's say, have two people in the household, the mom and dad, and they both hate what they're doing, that has the impacts. That spills over. So my question is this: why would people continue to do things that are out of alignment and not stop and say, I'm just not aligning with this anymore, and pursue another career? And I think there were just expectations long ago of you stuck in a career and that's what you committed to and that was it. Now we have the digital age. We have options. There's different niche careers that you can specialize in now. You can become a YouTuber. You can become a TikTok shop expert where someone just says, you know what, I'm gonna demonstrate products and put it on TikTok and I'm gonna have fun with it, and this is what I'm gonna do for a living. And there's actually a young influencer that I've been watching as well. She's college grad. And she literally was looking around. She was applying for jobs and she was looking around, for a position. We're gonna say that she was looking around for a position. And, I realized that, oh, here it is. The lighting is better right here, I think. I apologize, you guys. It's like my lighting is not that great. I don't mean to be like the mystery face here. But anyway, here it is. Here's a lot better. So she was applying for jobs and she decided to start doing makeup tutorials. She was just like, okay, I'm looking to see what company is gonna select me, right? So we're taught and trained that we go to school and a company is gonna select us. We interview for a job, right? And it is a mutual agreement, but potentially that company is selecting you. That company is saying, okay, we see you as an asset to our company and we're going to pay you X dollars to be that asset, right? So, so she decided in this time period, she started doing makeup tutorials. And it literally took off. She shares the testimony and she says, I wasn't even looking to be a social media person, but she just was in wait. She was in the waiting time. She was deciding to be creative. She was just deciding to have fun and say, I'm going to have a go at it. And by the time she was hearing from anybody corporate wise, she was already producing. She literally had brands coming to her and saying, look, would you feature this? Would you feature that? They send her on trips now, right, guys? You fast forward like 3-4 years. She's been doing her channel and doing everything, which shows me a few things. It shows me that whether you've pursued getting your education or not, which I'm not knocking educations. I think they're important. I think it's a tool in your belt. I think it's a form of an income stream that you can have. But when you're looking at alignment and you're looking at, above and beyond, there's going to be a slim chance that some particular job is going to perfectly align with every aspect that you need to fulfill your dreams and your goals and where you want to go, right? You see a lot of young people. I saw a young person earlier. They were literally on the phone with UCLA trying to figure out how to make a payment. He was super, super busy. And guess what? I'm going to swing back by there and say, hey, I noticed you were on the phone with UCLA, trying to make your payment arrangements or whatever. It's probably some loan that obviously he owes on, and he's going to school and working, at the convenience store until he probably pursues, his ultimate career, right? So that's what a lot of times young kids are doing. They're in jobs, and they're in those jobs. They really view it as something temporary, right? They're viewing it as something temporary, and sometimes there's so much financial pressure and stress that people don't really, they feel like they don't have the time to be able to really align and truly align with what they would want to do. Because there's this false concept that you have to pay bills and you don't have the luxury of doing whatever you love to do. And guys, that is so far from the truth, right? That is just so far from the truth. That's a taught idea. You have sets of young people that maybe learn a trade. Maybe they say, hey, I want to be a fireman or plumber or electrician or whatever it is. They go into concrete work. Maybe they fall into a company business or whatever it is. Sometimes that is what people are meant to do. But the masses, I believe, are just choosing something. They're in school and it's expected, and they're choosing something. And in many, many cases, people are just settling. They're settling. It's not true to themselves. It's not true to what, they want to be doing for a living. They're like, by the time they get to that point, that they've graduated college, they're like, I've got to find a job, and now I've got all this debt that I've got to pay off, right? So, and kind of swinging back to alignment. Like, my mom loved teaching. She taught home ec. She loved to cook. She loved to keep the house. So she was doing the career that she loved. My dad was doing the career that he loved. And that helped with the harmony in the household when I was growing up. And trust me, my parents needed it because my sister got ill at a young age. My granddad was living in the house at a young age. So you can imagine if my parents hated what they did, the chaos really that would have ensued. Like, I look back and I'm like, my parents handled this admirably. And unfortunately, my sister ended up, after a 6-year battle, it was a long battle, she ended up succumbing. you know, to her disease at 18 years old. She started when she was 12, so she was a young, you know, adolescent when she got sick. I was her older sister. So it impacted, you know, our teenage years. It impacted the household. And I think some of those experiences that I had in my youth, you know, helped me understand just the subject of alignment, of wellness, of just understanding how important it is to do, you know, what you love. So I hope that this inspired you guys, and I look forward to doing the next video. Take care.